Ghislaine or Ghislaine, but in British, as is the case for her, her first name is generally pronounced Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell.
If I have the microphone plugged in. So, that's how it's going to be today. As the beam of sunlight just burns in on my face. Holy cow. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Now, if you're watching this, you're like, how does he even function with that sunlight burning in on his eyes? Like, if I position it right, I can put it directly on my eye. It looks worse to you than what I see. It's really not that distracting. It's more distracting to you is what I'm saying. But then, it moves and the day goes on, which is perfect, I mean, it's a metaphor of the passing time, I guess, or more like a literal example of passing time. Welcome. I am so happy that you guys are here, enjoying this. It seems to be the norm to start around 8:10 now, 8:05, 8:08. Whatever. Summertime. That's no excuse. I'm just in a bad habit. A little lazy. I think I have what's described as Oops. Hold on. Oh, this is going to be good. Check. I still think it's fucked up. Check. Test. All right. This is how the day is going to be today, I guess. All right. Let me regroup. Where was I? I don't even remember. Oh, senioritis. Going to take a little time off. It starts with, of course, the colonoscopy. And then that's that. I hope that it'll be about 24 hours from now. In about 24 hours, I'll start to actually drink that stuff that gives you the shits. I am not looking forward to that. And then that day ends. I can't eat. I think I can eat like Jell-O. And clear liquids like chicken broth. Just so I can get some caloric intake. So it isn't so ridiculously uncomfortable from not only going to the bathroom all the damn time, but hunger. Get the procedure, and then that's that. Allison suggested I take these pills as opposed to the solution. And two reasons why that's not possible. First of all, the pills are not covered. There's like a $60 copay, and I'm too damn cheap. The stuff you mix doesn't cost me anything. So that's, I am a cheap bastard. And then the other reason is because there's a pretty good chance that I'll be drinking that solution on this show, which I understand is awful. So that's good for the show, I guess, in a way. And I've always been about, hey, this is my life. Let's explore it together. And that's pretty much what I've done forever. I go, it's better for the show. Typically, I'm the one who decides what's better for the show. There have been times in the past when audience members take it upon themselves to tell me what's better for the show, but I got this. That's not Allison. That's just me, still pissed off about something else. Dear Meathead happens a little bit later on. In fact, in 48 minutes, my world-famous father for another edition of Dear Meathead. Brought to you by JM. I'm sorry, that changed. Brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. And the question of the day is brought to you by JM Synthetics. We were like, wait, what happened? It's like, well, I know. But Baldwin said, I want that, and I'm going to pay for it. And I said, okay, well, all right, I'll make Jason the question of the day. He'll still get a sponsorship title. But if you're going to pay top dollar, I got to do it. I mean, it's all about money. So thank you, Jason, for being there. And I'm always creating new sponsorships all the time. You can be the official supporter, the sponsor of the Eric Zane Show coffee mug collection if you want. The Eric Zane Show cell phone. You can sponsor my glasses, for God's sake. Everything gets Mother Mary. This statue of Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, could be wearing a T-shirt that says JM Synthetics. You got to pay for it, though. We would actually handcraft a T-shirt to put on the Virgin Mary, and I'm pretty sure that is some type of blasphemy, but, I mean, that's pretty much par for the course around here. Some type of sacrilegious type of effort. I think it's bad enough that she's already wearing the frickin' earmuffs, but that's, that was sent to me by that troublemaker Maureen. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can tell I'm like, I'm just ready for a bit of time off. So Friday, that's the procedure. And then, I'm not back until, I believe, the 11th of July. Yep. Monday, July 11th. Okay, we're in a bit of a bad spot here. And here's what's up. At this house, like on Tuesday night, it's bedtime. The one thing you have to do, in addition to brush your teeth and whatever, is let the dogs out. And so that happens every single night. And the last thing you do, as late as possible, is let the dogs out. Because, you don't want them to be uncomfortable in the middle of the night, and you don't want an accident. Now, once in a while, it's okay for the dogs to have an accident. I mean, it happens. There's not a lot you can do about that. But it's starting to get to a point where the regularity is convincing me that they are like, oh, boy, thank God I can always just go in the other room and take a dump when I feel like it. And yesterday I described to you how the NFK, he discovered the crap and he had to pick it up, which is never a good thing because his hands don't work like yours and mine. As he picks up the poo-poo, a dog says, it ate her to poo-poo. The key is getting up early enough to get it picked up before he discovers it. I don't like him discovering it. I'm embarrassed by that. I don't like him knowing that the dogs are taking a shit because, first of all, that's a little bit dramatic, and he loves the dramatics. I don't know if there's anyone in your life who he's like, he's got to be involved in the problem discovering and the problem solving. It's like, no, you don't need to be involved in anything. All you need to do is worry about a shower at an appropriate time, and watching TV. That's all you have to worry about. Don't get involved in anything else. Now, where we are at upstairs, he's on the main level. It's bad when I open up the door to our bedroom, and way up there at the top of the steps, I'm like, Uh-oh. Okay, now there must be a massive amount of shit for it to go all the way through that sunroom, through the living room, up the stairs, to the top of the stairs. So I already know one step out into the top of the stairs area that there's shit there. One step down, two step down, three steps down. I'm going down, and then his bedroom door opens up at the exact same time now. And I go, oh, God. So now he's going to be involved in this. Fuck. I turn the corner. I look into the sunroom. Again, two gigantic dumps. Two dogs, O'Neill and Daisy. And it's like, fuck, am I going to need to start putting these dogs into like the kennels? Because we do have kennels, but I don't like to keep them in there because, you know, I mean, come on. And not only that, there's the entire carpeting is carpet bomb with shit again. And someone's pissed. I'm pretty sure it was Daisy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I hear it. Oh, did they poo-poo? Yes, they poo-pooed. They poo-pooed. So then I got to go clean that shit up. And it's like, oh, God, bust out the carpet cleaner, the extractor, do the whole thing. But the whole house stinks. Amanda agrees. It might be time for the kennels. That might be what we're looking at to end this problem. Tonight, I'm going to let them out late. As late again as I possibly can. I'll give it one more try. And then this must be ended. This must come to an end. I cannot do this anymore. It's just fucking horrible. And of all the things, fucking go on the hard floor. They go on the carpet. It's a space rug, but whatever. Come on, man. We are in an effort here to get rid of every bit of carpet in this household. It's going to take a little time. All right. Update. Yesterday, I talked about this on the Patreon. The NFK's ultrasound, I guess results, what they interpreted as what's happening with his liver. I had to explain this to him, and boy, he was pissed off. Surface nodularity, which tells me there's bumps on his liver. Nodules, I guess. Surface nodularity, raising the possibility of hepatocellular disease, which could be one of several things. It's abnormal on his liver. That could be liver cancer. We don't know. They just see that there's something that doesn't look right. And raising the possibility of hepatocellular disease and early cirrhosis. So the good news is, if there is something going on there, it's detected early, which is excellent. So I explained that to him. And now I didn't even know what hepatocellular disease, what that all entails. It was Tyler, who has a little bit of medical background in this Patreon podcast, who was indicating that it could be one of several things. They would have to biopsy it to determine. And then the possibility of early stage cirrhosis, which goes hand in hand with alcohol consumption. As far as I know, I am obviously not a doctor. All he heard was cirrhosis. Now, nothing is definitive here. This is not a diagnosis. And he goes, cirrhosis. I go, yeah. It has to do with drinking. I go, yeah. He goes, well, all I have is a few a day. I'm not stopping that. I'm not doing that. And so he's already, dug his heels in. And I go, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I said I think it's important here to just read that and then wait for the doctor to talk to you. You might not have to stop drinking. I don't know. If he goes, well, back when I lived with Daisy, I'd drink like 10 a day. Davy, Diana's brother-in-law. Diana's brother, Jesus, my brother-in-law, the one who died. I live with Davy. I drink 10 a day, and now I only have 3 or 4 a day. I go, yeah, I don't know. I mean, now in my head, I'm thinking, I didn't say this, but I'm like, well, I have no idea what, but I know that if you, let's just say you do have early stage cirrhosis. I would think that if you do have early stage cirrhosis, if that is true, you'd want to do everything to keep it at the early stage cirrhosis, which would mean you probably don't want to consume alcohol. No more beer for Kevin. That was great. God, that was funny. No more beer. No more beer for Kevin.
No more beer for Kevin.
So he was indignant, and he's doing the hand gestures. He's getting pissed off. Oh, I used to drink 10 beers, and now I only drink 3 or 4 beers. So that's not it. I'm not doing that. And I'm just like, okay, all right. Well, we'll talk to your doc. No big deal. That ends. I go to the gym. I come home, and I had said to him, I go, hey, I don't know, maybe I go because when he had his neck surgery, he was on those pain pills, and he couldn't drink, so he just immediately stopped drinking and had no problem with it. For months, he didn't drink, and as soon as he was off the pain pills, he started to have his nightly 3 or 4 every night. So I don't think that I think he can quit very easily. I don't think he has like the makeup of like someone like me, white knuckling it once I stop something like alcohol. He can very easily stop, but he loves to drink. And I go, well, if it's that easy, why don't you, if you're just drinking because you like to have a beer, I mean, I do too, why don't you just drink some NA beers? And he goes, no. And he's like steadfast. He would not even consider that. I go to the gym. I come back. I sit down, and I'm talking to Diana. And she goes, he's drinking NA beer. I go, he is, really? So I think he's having something go on in his brain. Tyler says 10 beers a day will catch up with you at some point, man. LOL. Yeah, I think so. Kyle says Bush NA and Bud Zero are great. Except it's just as easy to drink 10 a night. Yeah, and then all you do is pee. Whatever. Bud Zero is not great, though. Bush NA has a lot more flavor than Bud Zero. Bud Zero is garbage. I've tried it. I hate it. There is no beer flavor whatsoever. Bud Zero makes Bush NA look like a high-end craft beer. Brian in New Jersey, who is a bit under the weather, we talked about that. He's going through some issues right now. More on that down the road. Brian says he doesn't want to admit that is the problem, so he will do it his own way and say it was his idea. Well, whatever. Arc Flash 480, who I again forget who that is, says Heineken makes an NA if you want flavor. I have had that one, and it's fucking sweet. You're right. There is a lot of flavor to it. Out of all of them, I would say that is the best. But again, I'm too cheap. I'll just buy Bush NA. Kenny says, can we be honest? All beer is kind of awful. No, I don't know. I love it. It's an acquired taste, and once you get it, you don't want it. I love the taste of beer. There is nothing more satisfying to me than to be up north and sitting by the fire, or standing by the fire, picking up sticks in my case, and with a Busch NA or any. If I wish I would. Okay, if I wasn't an alcoholic, I would just be getting sloshed. Oh, my God. So that's what's up. I reached out to his doc, and I said, what's going on here? Let me know, please. I see the results of his test. Please, what are the next steps? I'm sure, I would guess, there's going to be a biopsy in his future. Dear Meathead, 33 minutes away with my dad. I had one question as of this morning. One. And still one. This will be the shortest Dear Meathead ever. I've gotten to a point where I give you a homework assignment. If you have any questions for Dear Meathead, I'd like to incorporate you in that. And, you know, I mean, honestly, if it goes this way, then it will be short. I don't like to make up questions out of thin air for him. I like you to be part of it. So, you know, 32 minutes and counting for Dear Meathead, brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Okay. Electric Forest. What the hell is that? Well, that is a festival, electronic music and jam band event that just concluded the other day in the area in and around Rothbury, Michigan. Used to be known as just Rothbury, and now it's known as Electric Forest. Okay, I'm going to talk about this because Madison was there for it, and I was scared shitless. I'm going to get to that in just a second. For the people that are enjoying the show on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. But for the folks on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, I got to cut you loose. You cannot be part of this. If you want that, you have to go to my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. In fact, go there now, make your little username, and then watch the rest of the show. And then that way you won't have to worry about Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube cutting it short. So follow me on Twitch. That's the point. I'm trying to get you all that are watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to go to the Twitch stream and sign up. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. It's free. It doesn't cost you a damn dime. There are ads in it, but you can skip those ads by subscribing. All those details are there. If you screw it up or you don't like reading, reach out to me and I'll guide you through it. But for now, I will say goodbye to you.